from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from.
I don't know about you. This is my lock of the day for tomorrow. I don't know about you, but my pick for this game is the lock of the day. And we talking about Texas versus Iowa State. Texas 13-3 and 8-8 against the spread, while the Cyclones are also 13-3, 10-6 against the spread. This game's tipping off at 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got to get out of football. I'm still football locked in. Injury reports right now for Tech. Freebies, the guard, he is questionable, while Walker is questionable with the illness for Iowa State. Last time we seen Texas, they played Oklahoma on the 11th. They won 66-52, while Iowa State, last time we seen them, they lost. They're on the 2-game losing streak. They lost to Oklahoma 66-79, and they lost to Kansas 61-62 in a close one. Actual factuals: Texas 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games this season. The unders is 7 out of the last 9 games. They're 7-1 straight up in the last 8 games. 8-3 against the spread in the last 11 games against Iowa State. 8-2 straight up in the last 10 games against Iowa State. 10-5 straight up in the last 15 games on the road, though. They overset 11 out of the last 12 games when playing on the road against Iowa State. And they're 8-1 against the spread in the last 9 games against the Big 12 Conference. Iowa State 9-4 against the spread in the last 13 games. The unders hit 10 out of the last 15. They're 13-3 straight up in the last 16 games. The overs also hit 5 out of the last 5 games whenever they're playing against Texas. I was 10-1 straight up in the last 11 games at the Crips, and 2-5 against the spread in the last 7 games in the month of January, but 7-1 in the last 8 games when playing as an underdog. So I'm gonna let you go first, Marley. Texas versus Iowa State. Do you have a play for this
one? Yeah, actually I do. Out of the plays we're doing, I guess you could say this is probably my lock for Saturday. It's the one I feel the most confident in anyway. I'll say that. Both of these teams are averaging 70 points, giving up 50. Texas 53, Iowa State 58. Kind of on paper, they're a mirror image of each other. Both 13-3. Big 12 conference. But in my opinion, in this early basketball season, Texas sucks on the road. That's where all 3 of their losses have come from, on the road. Granted, one of them was Gonzaga, and I guess if you want to give them the Gonzaga loss, but I watched that Oklahoma State loss, and that was a terrible loss. And the offense I didn't like how the offense was moving, and it's just like they didn't have no fluidity to it. It was just, I don't know. But that was an awful loss to me. And I look at Iowa State losses. I give you the Oklahoma loss. I'm not sure how good Oklahoma is yet, but a 77-72 loss to Baylor, I'm not mad at that. And the 62-61 loss to Kansas, I'm not mad at that neither. Especially when they were a 6-point dog. I like Iowa here, Coach, on the money line. I'm hoping money keeps flowing in on Texas. Maybe we can get some better value, but I'm going Iowa State. I'm on the money line. Out of the 3 games we've done thus far, I'm the most confident in that pick. So if you want to call it a lock, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, man, I'm right there with you. I'm taking.
My bad. I do want to say I left out this. It's really gonna boil down to, can Texas stop Isaiah Brockington? You know what I'm saying? The man is averaging 17 points a game, and he's leading the team in rebounds at 8.
My bad. So I'm going with Iowa State only strictly because they are tough to play at the crib, and whenever Iowa State is having a good season, that crowd, man, that crowd, they are something else, bro. So, and I do like the way they do play at the crib. You know, we know Texas, we follow Texas. You know, we're here in Texas, so we know, some of their trends better than most. And I just feel as though this is one of those games. Iowa State's do one. They're on a back-to-back loss against some of the top echelon teams of the Big 12 this season. Yeah. And this is another one, but Texas just they are not the same when they're on the road.
Not at all. I watched that Oklahoma State game was ugly for Texas. I sat and watched that game.
Yeah, so my official play, I'm taking Iowa State +1, and that's my lock for tomorrow. So, hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I am the coach. This is Marley Bets. Combined, we are sitting at 9-3, 2-1 on our locks for this week. Florida Gulf Coast nutted up for us yesterday to keep the streak going, but hey, man, we making things happen. So I'm just excited about college basketball being here, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I am too.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from